Imagine living in a world where a thunderstorm wasn't just a weather event, it was a message, a violent, fiery judgment sent directly from the heavens. For centuries, when lightning struck a house or a church, it was believed to be the wrath of God. If your home burned down, society whispered that you probably deserved it. If a church steeple was shattered, it was a divine mystery beyond human questioning. But in the mid-1700s, one man dared to challenge this ancient belief. He invented a simple iron stick that could literally catch God's artillery and guide it safely into the ground. It should have been hailed as a miracle. Instead, it was attacked as a heretical rod, an arrogant, anti-God invention that defied the will of the Creator. This is the surprising, dangerous history of the lightning rod and how a simple metal spike forced humanity to choose between superstition and science. To understand why the lightning rod was so controversial, we have to look at who was getting hit the most. In the 18th century, the tallest buildings in any town were churches. Naturally, this meant they were struck by lightning more than anything else. But the church had a different explanation. They believed that demons of the air caused storms, and the only way to scare them off was by ringing consecrated church bells. This was a deadly practice. During a storm, priests would send bell ringers, usually young boys, rushing up the towers to ring the bells. They were sending them into the most dangerous place possible, right at the peak of the storm. The statistics were horrifying. In Germany alone, over a period of 33 years, nearly 400 church towers were damaged and 120 bell ringers were killed by lightning. Yet the practice continued. When lightning did strike a church, it was often seen as a confusing test of faith. But when it struck a brothel or a gambling house, well, that was justice. So when a pudgy American printer named Benjamin Franklin suggested he could stop these fires with a pointed metal rod, he wasn't just offering a safety device, he was interfering with the divine lottery. In 1752, Franklin famously proved that lightning was just electricity, not divine anger, with his kite experiment. He immediately proposed a solution, an iron rod, sharpened to a needle point, attached to the roof and connected to the ground by a wire. It was simple, it was cheap, and it worked. But the backlash was immediate. In Boston, a prominent pastor named Reverend Thomas Prince preached that these iron points were sinful. He argued that by drawing the lightning out of the clouds and into the ground, Franklin was actually causing earthquakes. Prince claimed that the massive earthquake of 1755 was God's punishment for putting up these rods. He wasn't alone. In Europe, mobs actually tore down lightning rods from houses, terrified they were attracting bad spirits. They called it the presumption, the arrogant idea that a human could build a shield against the Almighty. For years, many churches refused to install them. They preferred to trust in prayer and bells, even as their steeples continued to catch fire. It took a tragedy to change their minds. The turning point came in 1769 in the Italian city of Brescia. The Church of San Nazaro had refused to install a lightning rod. To make matters worse, the Republic of Venice used the church's vaults to store over 200,000 pounds of gunpowder, believing the holy sanctity of the church would protect it. It did not. During a storm, a single bolt of lightning struck the tower. It traveled down into the vaults and ignited the gunpowder. The resulting explosion was devastating. It leveled 1/6 of the entire city and killed 3,000 people instantly. The disaster shocked the world. It became impossible to argue that lightning was a divine judgment when it killed 3,000 innocent people because of a lack of a simple iron rod. After Brescia, the anti-God arguments quietly faded away. The Pope himself eventually ordered lightning rods to be installed on St. Peter's Basilica. Today, we don't even notice them. They sit quietly on top of our skyscrapers, our homes, and yes, even our churches. Benjamin Franklin's invention did more than just save buildings from burning down. It marked a moment where humanity decided to stop fearing the sky and start understanding it. It was the moment we realized that nature is powerful, but with enough curiosity, we can learn to live with it. If you enjoyed this story of science versus superstition, give this video a like and hit subscribe to Simple Things. We have plenty more surprising histories hiding in plain sight. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.